أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. My name is Sajid, and today I would like to talk to you about dua. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Allah says, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمْ أُدْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. So, in translation, it means, and your Lord says, call upon me, I will respond. So my point to you today is about dua. Dua is an integral part in our faith because it signifies a very important form of worship. It clearly indicates that you are a slave and that your Lord, Allah, is the creator. Because when you kneel down with your hands in high hopes, with full determination to get something, you're telling yourself that you are the slave and Allah is the creator. Now, we know that Allah is as-samad, which means Allah is independent. And we are full of dependence to Allah. And dua let us live that principle, that we are always dependent upon God. And Allah is, we know Huwallahu ala kulli shay'in qadir. It means in everything, Allah has utmost power. But sadly, today Muslims, when we want to get something, say a good pay, or when we want to put food on the table for our families, or want to get A's in our exams, we work hard, but we do not include dua as part of our hard work. But dua is actually one of the most integral part of that. And we have to start early. Like for example, people have timetables to study, and they plan months or years ahead of an exam. But how many of us dua years and months before anything? And dua is not just limited to worldly things. More importantly, we have to ask for ikhlas and iman and taqwa. Because ikhlas, it's like a base of a pyramid, a base of a structure. You screw that up, everything else is screwed. Now, when you do something, say, take for example, study. You don't just study hard, you study smart. So, dua as well. Allah has put for us some loopholes for us to have specific times that dua carries more weight. Say, for example, before iftar, when you are fasting, say Ramadan, or when you're doing nafil fastings, and just before breaking the fast, the minutes before, that's a fantastic time to make dua. Or when the khatib sits down before his second khutbah, that's also a fantastic time to make dua. That's a time you pump duas, as much as you can. And, I always get frustrated with khatibs sitting too short because I just want to send so much duas during Friday. Because it's Friday. It's a fantastic time to make dua. Apart from that, make sure other people make dua for you. Your parents especially your fathers. Because there are a lot of hadith saying that fathers who make duas for their children, for their sons, it will not get rejected. Your aunts, your grandparents, make sure your family bonds are strong and make them make duas for you. Make them come into your life and feel your struggles. You're sitting for an exam, make them be there to struggle with you. So just ask them to make dua. Now the parable of a dua, I would like to see it like a small child who is begging his parents. Let's just imagine ourselves. Imagine ourselves begging our parents for 1 ringgit. And let's imagine our parents as billionaires. They're richer than Bill Gates. And we, their children, which they love so much, are begging them for 1 ringgit. Imagine that, and now come back to reality where you, a slave, is begging God, which is far richer, far greater than Bill Gates, for something. And Allah describes Himself as Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. It means the extreme amount of love. Whatever love your parents can give you, Allah's love is extremely greater than that. And Allah is also Al-Ghani. It means He has everything and He has power over all things. And one reason that Allah will not accept your dua is because it's bad for you. And you don't see that. Just like how you ask for a sweet to your parents. It's something cheap. It's something they can afford. It's something they can buy, but they don't buy it for you because it's bad for your health. But you don't know that at that moment of time. So that's what dua is about. Dua is a principal thing in Islam. A principal thing that I would encourage everyone to enliven, to make sure you have that in your life, every moment in your life. When the rain falls down, make dua. Make dua all the time. For your neighbors, for your friends, everyone. Someone comes to you with a kind gesture, make dua. Allah forgive him. May Allah give him wealth, someone treats you lunch, may Allah give him wealth and make him among those who spend money in the path of Allah with sincerity in a way that is pleasing to the Lord. So just make dua. Just make dua. Right, so that's all from me. Thank you.